Now, factors of social change. Now, the third point is technological factors of social change. Technological changes have converted the world into a global village and produced profound social changes. Industry, agriculture, transportation, communication, source of energy, food processing, housing, and physical environment are influenced by technological changes. Almost all the technical almost all the technological developments brought about changes in social living, interaction pattern, and social life. Here we can say, or we can take the example of nuclear family system. Initially, in old age, people live in joint family system. Employment pattern got changed, and children of this family get employment in metro cities. Then they migrated from their area to metro cities. Now here they are living in nuclear family system. Change in institution of family, such as from joint family system to nuclear family system. Employment of female outside the household. It means technology has given the change in the field of employment for females. They start going outside from home to get employment, to get job. Change in role and relationship of husband and wife. Now both are equally responsible for the family or household or house daily chore systems. Means they are working outside also and working at home also. Here I'm not talking about work from home system, I'm talking about household work. Next, change in pattern of courtship. Here courtship means relationship between two individuals. Intercaste and late marriage. People are ready to accept partner from other caste also, and they are delaying the marriage due to certain reasons, because they want to settle first in life, then they want to get married. Next, increase in divorce rate. Why increase in divorce rate? Because everybody or every individual is self dependent, either wife or husband. They can take care of themselves in monetary terms also. So increase divorce rate is very high nowadays. Next is small family size due to the use of technological devices for birth control. Reduced role of family in social control and neglect of the elderly due to changes in social attitudes and social values. This is something negative. Means children of the family, they do not follow the instructions given by elders. Senior people of the family are losing control over the kids, and neglect of elderly due to change in social attitudes and social values. It means people are getting or going to be very self-centered. They are thinking about themselves only. They are not thinking about their elderly parents or aged parents. Reduce effect of caste system on employment and day-to-day living. This is a positive change. Means while recruiting someone or while hiring someone, management of any agency or seniors of any agency, they do not look after the caste. They just look for the qualification and educational background and capability. Same the case with day to day living also. Uh, we do not ask the caste of our milkman, our newspaper supply boy, or our house helps. It reduce effects of caste system in employment also and day-to-day living also. Development of individualization and decline in community life means people want to grow. They think about themselves only. They do not care for society and society norms. This is decline in community life. Commercialization of recreation means everything is commercialized now. Problems related to migration and development of slums in urban areas. Again, this is directly related to employment. Migration. If people migrate from rural area to urban area, but people who are from rural area do not, they do, if they do not have enough qualification and knowledge about the work they want to do, or they do not have degrees or certificates related to any field, then definitely they are going to do some jobs like carpenter job or plumber job or um, electrician job. The salary or the money they will get from these kind of jobs, they cannot match the living standard in urban areas. So they start living in a small houses or slum areas. Here, day by day, slum areas are getting increased in cities or metro cities. In Mumbai, we have world largest slum area called Dharavi. Stress and strain as a result of competition and fast-paced life. It means everybody wants to go somewhere or to reach somewhere in professional life. It gives so much of stress, so much of strain, so much of fatigue also. Why? Because they are in race of competition. Next, reduce role of superstitions in day-to-day life. It is a very positive change. Means we do not believe nowadays. We do not believe in wrongdoings or wrong kind of rituals. Emotionally instability and occasional economic disruption and insecurity. Emotional instability. Why? Because we do not have much people to talk about anything. We do have just our first family members, and sometimes we do not have good relationship with them also. Means here good relationship means they are not, I mean, youngsters are not open to their elderly parents or aged parents. They think that their parents will not be able to understand their problem, so here they will not get any kind of emotional support. They think that their parents are very conservative. They are not up to the new technologies, new gadgets, so it would be very difficult for them to get along.
Ma'am,
Occasionally
I
economic
belong to
disruption
old
and
generation.
yes, tell me.
Ma'am, like I belong to old generation, old thinking.
So Sophia, you are saying something now. I'm not getting you because your voice is not clear.
Yes, ma'am. In a device, some connection, some network error is there.
I am
What?
audible or not? Tell me this first.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Economic disruption and insecurity here means financially insecure feel करना. Sometimes youngsters lose their job, and sometimes they do not have job security in workstation. Our next topic is social progress. Social progress is defined as changes in daily living, social functions, social relationships, attitudes, and values. But progress is change in a desired and approved direction. Desired and approved direction, not any other direction. Here, progress, we are talking about positive change and good for everyone. Here we can take the example of any student of a school. Generally, by the report card, we get to know about the progress. Means he is getting good marks or not. It is a positive change. He, if teacher says that this particular student is progressing in academics, here it means he is doing better than before. Social progress is a movement based on following six parameters: enhancement of dignity of man, respect for each human personality, ever increasing freedom for spiritual quest and for investigation of truth, freedom for creativity and for aesthetic enjoyment of works of nature as well as of man, a social order that promotes the first four values, promotes life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness with justice and equity to all. Enhancement of the dignity of man. What does it mean? Getting respectful by everyone. If you are getting progressed or if you are progressing, then definitely people who are working with you, who are in who are in contact with you, they start respecting you. Respect for each human personality. Gradually you will learn you should respect each and everybody, should not discriminate anyone. Next point, ever increasing freedom for spiritual quest and for investigation of truth. Here we are talking about our spiritual progress, how close we are coming to the supreme power by doing good things or right things in our life. Freedom for creativity. It means again creativity in positive terms. Means you are doing something as per your choice. It should be good for individuals also and for our environment and nature also. A social order that promotes the first four values. It means the first four points we have already discussed. Promotes life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness with justice and equity to all. It means social progress promotes life, here means lifestyle, way of living. Liberty means freedom, you are free to do anything. And pursuit of happiness means to get happiness. With justice means justice here, we're talking about doing right things, and equity to all means everybody should get the same kind of opportunity. Got it? These points are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As we move to our next point, this is social progress and social development. These both the points, social progress and social developments, refer to moving forward and improving in a particular area. However, development is usually about improvement in several areas and has a broader definition. Whereas progress is a part of development and refers to moving forward towards a specific objective. Here, again, we can take the example of a school student. By the report card, where the marks of every subject are mentioned, by that report card, we come to know about the progress in academics, right? But for overall development of that student or overall development of the personality of that student would be judged by so many other factors also. Suppose a child is good in academics, it means he's a brilliant child. And a child who is okay in academics, but simultaneously good in sports, good in music, good in arts, good in debate, and so many other extracurricular activities also. It means that child is getting overall development from that school. He is participating each and every activity of a school and getting and gets noticed also. So for overall development, parents generally nowadays prefer a school which have so many extracurricular activities. Got it? Now you understand the difference between social progress and development.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Sophia written some doubts in the chat.
Just a moment, let me see. I'm saying that as they belong to the old generation, they are narrow minded. Yeah, Sophia. Sometimes old people have their own beliefs and values. They are not ready to accept the changes which are occurring in society, and they have conflicts with their children. Here, children think that their parents are conservative. They cannot understand our problems which we are facing nowadays or in current scenario. This is the difference between them. Now it's clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
actually, I'm having a network issue.
Okay. The concept of social development is based on long history, but recent emphasis on it is mainly due to following three factors. Decolonization process, which started during 20th century and got accelerated after the end of Second World War. Social development here, overall development of the society. Next, growing concern with developed countries. Growing concern means we are following the footstep of developed countries. Developed countries like USA, UK, they have different kind of technologies, different kind of way of working. So we think that we can grow only by following the developed countries norms, the way of working of them. Next, the desire of people and of newly established government to achieve the objective of welfare state. Here again, we can take the example of our current government. They are working on development sector of every field, but the population of our country wants immediate development. It would not be possible in very next second. It development takes time. It's a long process. Overall development of any country or any state takes time. Here again, we can take the example of cashless economy. Cashless economy, launched and announced by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. First of all, what they have done, they have launched Jan Dhan Yojana. For that, they have asked each and everybody to open a bank account. After that, they asked them to link their account with Aadhaar card. They provide QR, and now people are paying, or people are getting 5 rupees, 10 rupees, a small number of amount, or 100 rupees by Paytm. This is what? This is a in development by technology. Government has almost government has taken almost 6 to 7 years to reach in this position.
Ma'am, like India is still in the process of developing.
Yes, India is still in the process of developing. India is a developing country. Still n number of fields are there where we need development. Okay, our next point is
Yes, ma'am.
goals of social development. To create a society where living conditions of people are better. This is the main goal of social development. They do not suffer from hunger and they are not denied basic necessities of life. Basic necessities: food, shelter, and clothes. To remove regional imbalance and rural urban disparities. Here it means whatever the imbalance available in religious sector, social development try to remove it. And the difference in rural life and urban life, that point should also be removed. Then only will be called social developed society or socially developed society. To create infrastructure where basic needs of the people are met at all levels, including those who constitute the poorest and deprived sections of society. Here it means every facility should be available for every level of people. Means healthcare facilities, education facilities, it should be available for each and everyone. Poorest of the poor also should get the healthcare facilities. The kids of that family should get education. These are the goals of social development. Our next point is, or next topic is social attitudes, social values, and social change. Social attitudes and social values are invisible, though they govern the whole gamut of human life in an important manner. In modern days, terminologies, social values, and social attitudes are software of running the affairs of human society. It means these words, social values and social attitudes,
Ma'am, what is the meaning
basically
of gamut?
they gamut are means, what should I say? Exact meaning of gamut would be, I'm not getting the exact word. Just a moment, give me let me think. What
Okay,
would be
ma'am.
the meaning of gamut? Gamut, you can say it's a मतलब it's a complete मतलब it's a complete scope or complete range of something. Means the whole gamut means whole gamut of human life. It means all the scopes which affect human life,
Okay, ma'am.
all the range of human life. Means all the range of human life is what? Basic necessities, education, healthcare, uh, love, affections, and friends, family. Means every aspect of human life. Every aspect would be the right word.
Okay, ma'am.
Whole game
Thank
is
you.
every aspect of human life. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Acceptance and resistance to social change is actualized through social attitude and social values. This particular sentence, this is important sentence very important sentence in reference to social
Ma'am, you
change.
skipped that part in modern day.
Not getting?
Ma'am, I'm saying that you skipped that part in modern day terminology.
Okay, fine. Fine. In modern days terminologies, social values and social attitudes, they are way of running the human society. Means they directly affect the human life in human society. Social relationships, social functioning, and social behavior are the outcome of social attitude and social values. Social attitude is what? Attitudes and social values are what? Attitudes and values of individual, which
Ma'am, like the way
reflects
we behave with other people.
exactly the way an individual behaves in the society with others. That is the outcome of social relationship, social functioning, and social behaviors. It shows your attitude
Yes,
and
ma'am.
your
That's
value
where a people
reflects
get
in your
judged.
behavior. Yes, it reflects in your behavior. What kind of values and what kind of attitude you have. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Acceptance
Thank you.
and resistance to social change is actualized through social attitude and social values. Here, meaning is acceptance and resistance. Means if you are accepting something and you are denying something, these are two sides of a coin. A coin, as we know, has two sides, right? Same the case with social change also. Acceptance and resistance to social change are two sides of a coin. In modern industrial societies, there is a diversity of social norms and social values which permit the new generation to choose different way of life or to reorganize the existing social practices which in various ways oppose the social and cultural values of older generation. Here again, we can take the example of intercaste marriage, right? By the social changes, People are, or new generation is accepting the concept of intercaste marriage or inter-religion marriage, which are totally against to our cultural values of old generation. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like
Another
everyone
example.
has two sides. One
Yes,
is negative and the other one is positive.
positive. Child marriage, preference for male child, less importance to women education. These concepts are still present in our society. People in society and government, they are working on these concepts. These are wrong practices available in our society. Still, in some areas, child marriages are acceptable. They do not
Ma'am,
inform
I
them.
still don't get it that why these people still believe that a woman can do only household work like cooking and all.
See, it is their conditioning, means they are growing like that only. They have this kind of culture in their family, this kind of practice in their family. That's the reason they think like that. Now, see, this is not directly related to our topic, but I'm asking you. See, people think that women or girls are only for household works, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking you, tell me, not only you, I'm asking each and everybody. Tell me
Ma'am,
this
you can
thing.
ask me.
Yeah.
It's not
If, see, suppose a girl and a boy both are working, right? Girl is getting higher salary and boys is getting less salary, right? Then they got they get marriage proposal from their family. Now tell me, should the girl accept this proposal or not? This
ma'am,
is a very open
if
question to
I'm
me.
talking about myself, then I will accept that boy because I only need love, care, and support from him.
This is very emotional approach or a very non-realistic approach
Like,
to life. How would
ma'am,
you know
I
this
can
human
also.
being? Let me finish first. You do not
Okay,
know
ma'am.
anything about him because it's a proposal of an arranged marriage. You do not know that guy. Then how would you say about his behavior? How would you say he would be a doting or
Like
caring
after
husband?
meeting him,
In one or two meetings, nobody can say anything about anybody.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Like if he is responsible,
What is the your measurement about responsible to being a responsible person?
like taking care of his parents.
Everybody, generally in our Indian system, every child takes care his parents.
Ma'am,
At least
sometimes
in our
if we
generation.
marry, ma'am, sometimes if we marry the rich guy, they don't even give us the love, respect, and care. So it's
See,
better
again,
to marry
when
a person who can give you all the respect, love, each and everything except money. Because money you can also earn.
yes, very true. I respect your opinion. I respect your thoughts. But do one thing, tell the same thing to your elders in the family that I'm ready to get married with a boy who is getting less salary than you. Then you
Ma'am,
will
I
get the
have that
actual
guts.
lesson. Huh. Then you will get the actual lesson. Same the case with the wrong practices available. Chalo, come to the point now, come to our topic now. Same, we have n number of wrong practices available in our society or still present in our society. People people of society and government, they are working on it, right? So we are accepting something or we are not accepting something. It is totally dependent on our attitude and values. Okay, or totally directly related to our attitudes and values. Okay, clear? As
Yes,
we move
ma'am.
to
Thank you.
our next slide, this is limitations of social change. Social change is complex in nature. Why it is complex? Because it is influenced by a variety of factors. Again, see, I have given you the point about employment or earnings. Less earnings or more earnings, one factor. Okay? Sometimes family accept the boy whose earning is less than the girl. Generally, more than 95 or 99%
Ma'am,
time, they
it's very
reject
rare.
these kind of, right? Again, variety of factors means education, qualification, behavior, family background, property, n number of things are there. So if we are talking about a family, again it's a family, again it is very complex. And if we talk about overall society and overall country, then there are n number of factors which influence social change. Next, social change is pluralistic. Pluralistic means we have people in society from different classes, different castes, different religions, and we have to take everybody along. We should not leave anyone behind. So, when we talk about social change or social development, it is for each and everyone. Social change brings social isolation in certain cases. Here, social isolation means the lack of social contacts, lack of social relationship with other people. Sometimes, in certain cases, it happens. Here, we can take the example of disown from the caste. Have you heard about it? Or disowned by the family? If a boy
No, ma'am.
or a girl or any family member commit a crime, then family disowns
Yes,
him.
ma'am. They take.
Yes, family says we do not have any terms with
Yes,
or
ma'am. Got
any
it.
concern with this family member, right? Here,
Got it, ma'am. Got it.
yeah, I have given you the example of negative change. Sometimes we have positive change also, and
But ma'am,
by that
sometimes
positive
they
change,
have to understand us.
yes, but when they are not understanding us, then sometimes they disown us. Okay, this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
called the situation of social isolation. Suppose a girl of a family got married with an other caste boy. Then family disown that girl from the family, right? Then what happened here? She does not have any contact or any relationship with the family. Another example, though this
Yes, ma'am.
change is good for her life, but still family is not ready to accept the change. Okay,
Because they
next point
think
is,
that what they think that is right.
yes,
Like
because they have that kind of mental conditioning. Here mental
sometimes
Like
conditioning,
they
most
cannot
of
be right every time.
yes,
most of the like family in India is like more orthodox, no?
yes,
That's why they don't
we have
allow.
every we have every kind of family in India. We have very liberal and open minded family also. We have some narrow minded family also. We have conservative orthodox family also, and we have
But
very
ma'am,
modern
it doesn't
family.
happen with rich people.
Yeah, What are you saying?
Yeah, because
Ma'am,
they're
this
open minded
types
now.
of, yes, that's what my point to say.
Okay. Next, chalo, come to the topic. Next is social change in certain situation brings conflict with it. Means conflict with family and society. Here again, we can take the previous example of intercaste marriage. Okay, conflict between parents and child.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Yeah. Now it's clear.
Ma'am, it's clearly
Yes,
audible,
ma'am.
not breaking at all.
Okay. So again, this point, social change in certain situation brings conflict with it. Means conflict with family and conflict with society also sometimes. Again, we can take the example of intercaste marriage or interreligion marriage. uh, Parents and the child, they have conflict between them about this topic. Okay. Next point is sometimes it may lead to shorter social disintegration. Disintegration means breakdown of the traditional social support system. See,
Sorry, one question, please. It's okay to do one question.
yes, ask me.
Yeah, if we stay by this example you give us with this marriage, could it be possible this, yeah, not allowance by the parents of the girl could lead to um, problems in her new family with the new mother-in-law and so on because she have a conflict in herself?
See, I'm not getting what are you saying. Can you write here in a message box?
Yeah.
I will answer you. Definitely, I will answer you. Next point is breakdown of the traditional social support system. Here, we can take the example of any wrong practice present in our society. In Rajasthan, generally, they have the practice of child marriage, or in some part of Rajasthan or in some part of our country, still they have the practice of child marriage. Now, child marriage is supported by the whole community. If anybody wants to get change this system, then the traditional social support system may be broken. Here, I'm saying if somebody is against the child marriage practice, that that person will not get any support system from the society. Clear?
But as we know, like, so child marriage is, I think so, it's not allowed anymore.
Yes.
So,
But
like,
still, it is in practice in some part of our country.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
that's what my point is.
Yes. And somebody who is opposing this wrong practice, maybe he will not get or she will not get any support system from the society. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Ma'am, can you please check comment box?
Just a moment. Let me answer her question in message box. Someone has asked me the question: if the girl married a man and her own parents are not happy about it, Could it also lead to turbulence in her new family system, means mother-in-law or other family members, because the girl will hold an inner conflict, means old family. Not always. Sometimes she will get support from her new family. Sometimes both the parents, like the boy's parents and the girl's parents, both are not agreed. Sometimes one of the parents are agreed, one are not agreed. Then also it depends on the behavior of an individual, how she will deal with the new family or new family members. It is clear now?
Not really, because I'm new to this concept
Okay.
of marriage.
You are new
But
to,
I
suppose,
think this
I'm
turbulence.
giving you another example. Giving you another example. Suppose there is a girl who want to get married with a boy, and girl's parents are not agreeing for this marriage, but boy's parents are accepting the girl as her daughter, as their daughter-in-law. Okay, then definitely if they are accepting her, it means they will behave properly with her. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And if both the family are not agree on this topic, then definitely they will disown both of them. They will not accept both of them. Clear now?
yeah, but my idea was the girl
Yes.
do a change in her old pattern, in her old, tradition. And maybe it's also a step of change in society, because she will think about how she will teach her own children later on, because she did a new step out of the her own, culture.
What exactly your question is here?
um, she stood for her own. She did this decision, right? She have a coin. Do I marry this boy or not? Against the allowance of my parents, I go
Again,
to this.
again, it depends on individual's decision. Again,
Okay.
again, it depends on individual decision. But see, uh, if her parents is against, then she is taking the decision to get married with the boy or not. It is totally dependent on her only.
Yeah, I
No.
understand. And if she did this step
Yes.
and decide for this boy, she
Yes.
stood for her own decision, and maybe there's more freedom in her, and teaching also her children later on to be confident and do own life decisions.
See, parents generally never think wrong about their children. They have
Okay.
their own conditioning, mental conditioning, their upbringing, and new generation, the current generation follow the norm of modern society. They will
Yes.
think according to modern society.
Yeah.
Now there is conflict between the mental conditioning and thought process. This is
Mm-hmm.
generally known as generation gap.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, like the
Yeah.
Now,
fear of losing their respect.
see, fear of losing respect in terms of what? If parents are adamant, parents are not ready to give permission, and still the girl is ready to get married with boy, then this is it is her call. She has to decide whether she wants to go with the family or whether she wants to go with the boy. It's totally depends on her only. we
Mm-hmm.
we or any outsider cannot do anything on them.
Mm-hmm.
And If boys family is agree, then definitely it means they are accepting the girl, right?
Okay.
They are
Yeah.
accepting the girl, then they will behave properly. They do not have any problem with
Yes,
that
ma'am.
girl. Okay, this is just,
But
I
still, a
have
girl
given.
end up choosing her family.
Yes, it depends, totally depends on her, that what she is going to choose. Okay, next
Yeah.
point. Chalo, come to the topic now. Next point is it is difficult to predict the outcome of social change. It means you do not know. Again, we are discussing. Someone is asking she will get problem in new family system or not. Again, we cannot predict it. We cannot predict it. Get it? We cannot assume it. We do not know about the outcome. We do not know about the result.
Exactly.
What is going to happen is totally depends on the situation. Okay, clear?
Yep, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as we move to our next point, this is social control and maladjustment. What is this? This is failure to cope with the demands of a normal social environment. Maladjustment indicates a condition or process which involves the inability or unwillingness of an individual or group to fall in line with prevailing psychological, social, or cultural standards. Some maladjustment means not getting adjusted with something. Get my point or not?
Yes,
Here,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
we can take the example
Like we
of
can call it
cultural
as
standard.
uncomfortable.
Uncomfort, yes, you can say. Yes, you can say. See, suppose there is a person who is from rural background. He never saw any pub, disco, or never does any night outings with friends, because they have some restrictions from the family. After getting degree or education, if that boy gets employment in metro city and get adjusted with his colleagues in workplace or workstation or office, now group of people take him to the disco or pub, but he is feeling uncomfortable here, not health wise, means by he is not comfortable with the environment of the disco. It shows the cultural difference. He is not ready to get adjusted with this kind of environment because he did not see anything like this in his life. Again, this is the example of cultural life. There are n number of things for which we are not comfortable, for which we are not able to adjust. Another example of food habit or eating habit. Someone who is from a pure vegetarian family get a PG, paying guest accommodation, in a family where they have eat they have non-veg food. So it would be very difficult for that person who has vegetarian eating habits to get adjusted with the family where he or she is living as a paying guest. Get it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Here I can give you my own example. I do not eat non-veg food. Initially, Before Kolkata, I live in Bhopal. Before that, in Chandigarh. Before that, in Dehradun. Now I'm in Kolkata, where almost more than 90% people eat fish. At the time of weekend or long weekend, if I open my one window, I get the smell of fish. I open another window, I get the smell of fish. So it is very, it was very difficult for me to live in this society or in
Ma'am,
this
like they make
apartment.
biryani.
Yeah,
Then I can understand.
you can understand the maladjustment now,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
discomfort in getting adjusted. Okay, now the purpose of social control. What is the purpose of social control? Why it is necessary? To bring the behavior of individuals and groups in tune with the established norms of society. In tune matlab getting similar or getting according to the norms in society. To bring the behavior of individual and groups in tune with the established norms of society means whatever the norms and rules and standards society has set or society has established, individual should meet up according to or by his behavior according to the benchmark, to bring solidarity and uniformity in the social organization. Social control is important because it has a purpose to make everybody equal in the society, or equality or unity, to establish stability in the social relations. Stability means consistency. Social relations should have some stability. They should not go as up and down. They should have some standards, some patterns to exercise control over social tensions and conflicts. It means anything which cause social tension and conflicts should be controlled. It is the purpose of social control concept, to provide fair and equal chance for cooperation and competition to all individuals, groups, and institutions to realize their goals. Here it means to provide equal chance to each and everybody to realize their own worth. Here we can take the example of women empowerment or equal rights of employment and workplace for women. If they get the chance, then only they can prove themselves. They can realize their worth. Next, to facilitate appreciation and rewarding of champions of social cause and take punitive actions against anti-social elements. Appreciation and rewarding means people who are doing good, they should get noticed, recognized, and get appreciated also. And people who do something wrong or involved in antisocial activities, they should get punishment. Next, bringing desired modification in the social milieu, especially affecting required change in the means and agencies of social control. Means wherever the need of modification we have, the need of modification we have in every field, then we should make changes according to that. Agencies who that are involved in social controlling process, they should change their rules and regulations according to the need. Next, establishing primacy of social and humanitarian values over individualistic and separatist list ends. Here it means we should follow the rule of equality. We should have the feeling of humanity. We should give value to humanities over than individual or individuality. Providing for the protection and promotion of the interest of the weak and vulnerable section of society. It means we should provide protection and promotion to the weaker section of the society. Here we have, or we can take the example of reservation policy. Reservations for weaker section of the society, economically also and caste wise also, we do have reservation policies for them. Forging alliance among the various groups and institutions of society. Here we are talking about the wrong practice which some institutes and groups are doing. So social control is needed for these kind of activities. Our next topic is social control, which we have already studied. Social control through socialization, social control through group pressure, and social control through force. Yesterday it was our last topic. Remember this or not? Answer, anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now the forms of social control: conscious and unconscious control. The human behavior can be mainly categorized as conscious and unconscious. The conscious behavior of human beings refers to such acts and actions as are done deliberately and in a planned way. On the other hand, some human actions are done unconsciously, and the person himself does not know why he is doing so, because repeated behavior pattern becomes a part and parcel of his personality. Means,
Like they are not in their state of mind.
yes, you can say no. It's a outcome of, it's a result of repetitive behavior pattern. It's not, he's not in a state of mind. It means daily, if he is practicing something, then unconsciously he will repeat the behavior. Here we can take the example of conscious behavior or conscious social control. Is like what? If you are working in any office or any agency, then you will not sit in the chair of your boss. This is a conscious social control or conscious behavior. You are behaving consciously. And in a school, no student, no student sit in the chair of teacher. Right? It is a conscious behavior. It's a conscious social control.
Yes,
Unconscious behavior comes by repetitive behavior pattern or repetitive activity, like while performing prayer we put off our footwear because it is in our value inculcated by our family. Unconsciously, wherever we go to any uh, place like church or masjid or mandir or anywhere, the place where we perform prayer, we do puja, we put off our footwear. Nobody asks us to do that. It is in our subconscious mind. This value is available in our subconscious mind or in our mind by our repetitive behavior or repetitive activity, that we should put off our shoes, our footwear before entering into a prayer place or puja place, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And conscious behavior or conscious social control is what? We are deliberately doing this. We are doing it in a planned way. We know if any student will sit in the chair of teacher, then it maybe he would get punishment. Not punishment, at least somebody will scold him, right? Next is
Yes,
direct
ma'am.
and indirect control. Whenever control on human behavior is exercised by very close persons, such as parents, friends, teacher, neighbors, it is direct type of social control. Indirect social control refers to the control which is done by the social and physical environment, different groups and institutions. The impact of direct type of social control is more and durable, while the impact of indirect type of social control is less and short lived. Here we can take the example of, again, a child staying with family members. If he does something wrong, then definitely would get punished by parents or by elders, right? Means these people are directly controlling him. And same boy, if he is traveling by train and making noise, though we know that it is not acceptable while night journey by train, we should not make noise. Then if someone or TT will come and ask him to get keep quiet, to be keep quiet, then it is a very short control, short lived control. This is indirect type of control. Or generally we say,
Ma'am,
please
like
do
they
not.
can control us for some time.
Yeah, sometimes very short lived means very for very short duration. Sometimes we get instructions in public place like mall or somewhere else where some activities are going on, and we get instructions, please do not make noise. Again, here we can take the example of hospital. Everywhere it is written that please do not make noise, please be keep quiet, be quiet in this particular area. But if we have some query, then we go to the reception and ask them. We make noise whenever it is needed. The social control is very less. Positive and negative social control. Positive social control depends on the positive motivation of the individual to conform. Such type of control can be effected through promises of rewards. In the process of negative form of social control, deviant behavior of individuals is discouraged and punished. At times, sometimes negative social control is very useful as persons know that if they are caught, they will be surely punished for their wrongdoings. Here, for
Like, ma'am,
positive.
not wearing helmet while driving.
Yes, here we can take the example for positive social control. Mother promises to son if he gets good marks, he will buy him a set of new clothes of his own choice. Right? So for a small kid, it is a very big thing, big deal to get new clothes or new dress of his own choice, right? So by controlling, or mother give him a controlling instructions in positive manner, and punishment from the school for violating any rule is a negative social control. But sometimes it gives you a positive result. Why? Because all the students, they know if they do something wrong or if they violate the rules of the school, then they will get punished. Okay, get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As we move to our next topic, or sorry, next point, it is organized, unorganized, and automatic social control. Organized social control, where we know the do's and don'ts of any institution or any individual. Under the process of organized social control, human behavior is influenced by a set of social agencies having clearly defined do's and don'ts for individuals. For example, again, we can take educational institution. In their diary or in their notice board, they have instructions. You should means they have mentioned their do's and don'ts for the students in school premises. Unorganized social control, it influences the personality of human beings through the means of rites and ritual customs, traditions, folkways, and mores. This social control is exercised by value of culture and uses, traditions, fashion, symbols. This is related to day-to-day life living. Again, unorganized means we have got this value by our culture, by family members, inculcated by family members. Means, again, here we can take the example of prayer. While performing prayer, everyone should be quiet or just chant the prayer only. We should not talk about other topic while praying or while performing prayer. It is an unorganized social control. Suppose we go to temple where we have prayer for some occasion. Then we know ourselves, then we should be quiet over there. We should not make noise over there. Next is automatic social control. In the automatic social control, individuals are themselves motivated to act in order to meet their felt needs. Persons themselves embrace control over their immediate and long term needs based on their experiences, values, ideals, thinking, and mores. Religious prescriptions are example of such type of social control, which are not imposed upon individuals but are willingly and automatically adopted by them. Suppose, is there any public gathering related to any religious topic? They appeal people to come, but it depends on individual choice to come there and attend their meeting or attend their that particular event. Today we have first day of Durga Puja, Navratra, right? N number of places are there where they have the event of puja. Now they are not imposing us to come there and perform puja. It depends totally on us. Willingly we are going there and performing the puja. This is automatic social control. Or any religious practice, any religious practice should not be imposed upon individuals. It depends on that particular individual, that if he is willingly follow the practice or not. Means he is listening his inner voice. Get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next
Yes,
is
ma'am.
autocratic and democratic social control. Autocratic social control, whenever any administrative agency or the authority uses its force to attain the objective other than those defined and recognized by society. Autocratic form of social control comes into picture. Here we can take the example of militarily ruled states or military ruled areas under despotic leadership are the living example of autocratic social control, wherein people's wishes are crushed. Here we can take the example of Afghanistan. Taliban is ruling Afghanistan. They are imposing their own rules to them. They are not listening to the people. See, this is just for an example. Okay, this is nothing related to individuals' feelings towards Taliban or Afghanistan. In India also, we have example of Kashmir. While removing sections 370, Government of India sent military to control the situation, and they cut the internet connections also. Due to lack of internet connection, they face so many problems in medical field also, in education field also, and in other fields also. They were simply following the rule of Government of India. In that type of situation, that kind of control is known as autocratic social control. Though it was for short duration, or it was a partial autocratic social control, but it was there, right? Second one is democratic social control. Here, if the control is exercised by the agencies or authorities established by the people themselves, and if their wishes are taken into consideration while framing rules and regulations, the democratic social control comes into effect. People are motivated to behave in accordance with the democratic norms. Here we can take the example of our own country. India is a democratic country. We elect our leaders by voting system. Every political party, they have their own agenda. They have their own manifesto, or what is the word it is, where they have written that if they come into the power, then they will follow these rules. From where these rules comes from, they have done some surveys among the people. They ask the people, what kind of changes do you want in society? Here we can take the example of our Ministry of Railway. People demanded that we should have railway connectivity in each and every part of India. And our elected government is working on this topic. Means wishes or desire or need are taken into consideration while framing rules and regulations. People are asking for free education policy or free educational institutes where they do not want to spend much money, because we have people from different classes, different financial background, and government is working on it. This is called democratic social control. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is formal and informal control. Actually, this is related, directly related to number one, which was conscious and unconscious, or direct or indirect wala jo tha. It was,
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
I think you have some technical issue because everybody is getting my voice very clearly. You can ask anybody. They are get, because if I have problem in my
No.
end, then definitely nobody will get the correct voice.
Okay. Good voice.
Okay. Formal and informal social control. Formal social control has this sanction of a state whose authority is used to regulate the human behavior. It adopts written and well-defined set of rules and regulations, lays down a formal system of punishment for those who do not conform, and establish the law, police, jail, judicial institutions for the trial and punishment. Informal social control, influenced by beliefs, customs, traditions, criticism, public opinion, and religion, and is exercised by society. Formal means we have written set of rules, defined set of rules of do's and don'ts by law, by Constitution of India or Constitution of our country. Informal social control generally exercised by society and in society only. It is influenced by beliefs, custom, traditions, values, behavior, and attitudes. Means of social control. The ways or methods used by the authorities to implement their rules and regulations are known as the means of social control. Here we have few means of social controls. Number one, belief. Belief and values. We can take the example. We have this concept in our life. If we do good to others, we will get fame, we will get peace. Means doing good will get you fame. Social suggestions. Social suggestions are in written forms, in verbal forms also, by books, by articles, by our seniors. Means if you do something good in your life, of, or if you want to do something in this field, you should take this way of practicing it. Social ideals, like life stories of great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Subhash Chandra Bose. In general, we are expected, or we accept others also, and we are expected, like we should follow the doings of Mahatma Gandhi. It means whatever he has done in his life for the nation is absolutely correct, and we should follow the footstep of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Sanskar that are ordained by religion means life pattern according to the religion, or practicing of something in our day-to-day life which is inculcated by our family according to the family religion. It is also a means of social control. Generally, we learn from our family that we should Do prayer in the morning. This is what? This is the sanskar, this is the value, religious value of our family. Next point is art. Art motivates people strongly to do socially desirable action. Means whatever is needed or desirable or desired by the society, sometimes it would be shown by art and culture, painting, drawing, poetry, literature, music. We have come across with so many articles which are about women empowerment, which are about social changes, which are about overall development of an individual and overall development of our society also. Leaders, every political parties and their leader, they have some followers, and these people who are known as followers, they follow their words and saying. If some political party says that if we come in power, then we'll do these kind of changes, then people support that party. Why? They believe in the words of these parties. They, the political leaders, influence population. This is a sort of means of social control. Like at the time of COVID, our Prime Minister asked us to appreciate the doctor and healthcare fraternity. What we have done, I do not remember the date, but at 5 o'clock in the evening, we started clapping for them. We shows the unity. Means we follow the instructions and we follow the word of our Prime Minister, who is in that position by voting system. Next is a means of social control, ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, means an attitude of not hurting anybody, physically also and verbally also. This is the saying of Mahatma Gandhi. Do not hurt anyone. Next point is language. Language gives, and just a minute. Language gives meaning to the feeling of people. It means we should have control over the language. This is our language only, which is the reason behind so many fights. Language gives meaning to the feeling of people, means we should be good to everyone while talking to them. Use of soft and delicate language is always encouraged. We should always use articulated language while talking to anyone. It is also a means of social control. Punishment and reward. Again, I have given you the example of a school student. Public opinion. Taking public opinion on any subject or topic to reduce propaganda on it. How we can take public opinion? Can anybody say? Can anybody answer? How would you come to know about public opinion? What is the way of getting public opinion? survey system and voting system. By the help of survey system and voting system, we will come to know about, or we come to know about the public opinion. It is also a means of social controlling. Law, set of rules and regulations for everybody mentioned in our constitution, means every citizen of India should follow the Indian legal system, should follow the rules set by the government or set by the constitution in every field of life. Traffic rules, any rules related to getting facilities in the field of education and healthcare sector. Should I conclude now?
Yes.
Yes.
If anybody